What up? So this is a little unusual for me. We usually don't do these on a late night tip, honey. But there's some things that gotta be said. There are some things that need to be said, and it can't wait till tomorrow. If you wait till tomorrow, I will wait. But I gotta say what I need to say. It is unfortunate that there are people in this world that are so low within themselves that their only way of recompense or their only plight in life is to feel like they have to tear the people down to make themselves feel better. And a lot of people do this. One of the main ways that they do this is through, in the grand scheme of things, what it is called is energy manipulation. Whether you want to call that witchcraft, whether you want to call that voodoo, whether you want to call it Santeria, whether you want to call it Yoruba, whether you want to call it Wicca, whatever you want to call it, it depends on who's doing it, where they come from, and where they at. At the end of the day, it's energy manipulation. It's alchemy. You are doing this and that to create. It's all math at the end of the day, right? Everything is math. So I have to speak up about this because I'm starting to understand why there's a lot of people in the spiritual community that say, like, well, they don't believe in it. And I understand why. Because for one, it doesn't work when the person that you're doing it on knows what you're doing. Energy manipulation only works for the people that are asleep and that are unaware. And I have some examples of that I'll talk about here shortly. But being in this environment and have gone through the things that I've been through, I have seen a lot. And I know for a fact that people, especially in religious situations, it is so bad. It's so much of a front. Like the acting is so bad. It's not even believable, man. Like I'll just be sitting there like, oh wow, this is sad. This is a sad state of affairs. This is sad. So let's talk about on the lower level. I'll give you an example. We take classes here at this place, and there's a girl that I've never even spoken to, never even talked to. I think she's fairly new. And I was sitting in a waiting room waiting to speak to somebody to give them some information. And I just caught her staring at me. And I'm talking about like staring at me with a stank face. And I just was like, what? and you don't realize, you may think like, oh, that's nothing. Like, no, baby, that's the evil eye, baby. Like when somebody is staring at you with intentions in their heart and malice in their mind, that means, like, you may think that that's nothing, but if there are enough people doing the same thing, honey, just like where two or more are gathered, there's power in prayer, or two or more are gathered and they doing other things, there's power in that also. Okay? And if enough people are doing enough things at enough time, honey, things can't happen. Like it's no different than going to a concert and there's certain energies. It's no different than going to a funeral or any type of place where groups of people are gathered. It holds a certain energy, whether negative or positive. So you may think that it's small, but it's actually quite big. And so I was like, well, maybe she just got, you know how some people they got a strong face. You be like, well, maybe she just got a strong face, maybe she's just not a friendly person. So I looked the other way as I sat there and continued to wait. Then I looked back up, she was still looking at me like that. I was just like, oh, like this is official. This is official. Like you really trying to put the eyes on me. It's like, okay. I didn't say anything. I never do. I'm always the observer. I don't never say nothing. I just take notes. Because that's the beautiful thing about these situations. A lot of times people think that they winning. A lot of times people believe that I think they believe in their mind that if enough people are doing these things to you, that they have the power. And this is why I don't take anything serious here, because most of these people are not truly godly people. Because she is the main one in class talking about Jesus this, Jesus that. But no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I don't believe you. I don't believe you one damn bit. No, sir, no, ma'am. See, I recently found out I was watching a video and a young lady said, she said, pay attention to how you feel when you are around people. Is your energy drained? Do your bodily functions change? Are you sweating? Do you have issues using the bathroom? Like, a big thing is the bathroom, right? And a lot of people may not understand that, like, when you constipated, that's an issue. You want to know why? Because your gut is your second brain. Your gut is your intuition. So if your bowels are blocked, baby, you can't think clearly. Especially if you're a spiritual person, your body has to run properly. This is why a lot of people that are spiritual go vegan or vegetarian. They don't eat meat. They have a special diet because it's important for you to have clarity. And a lot of times with all the chemicals in the food, it affects the way you think. And if there's a lot of people that is touching your food before it gets to you, you don't know what people's intentions are. You don't. You don't know what people's intentions are. And I'm not going to let it slide, honey. If I see something, I'm going to call it out. What they say, tell the truth and shame the devil. Ain't that what the scriptures say? I always notice in class when people start to argue, when people start to get loud, like fights break out for no reason and shit. I start to pick up on that. There's just weird things. I remember the night they got to fighting down the hallway. It was on the full moon. And I'm talking about they was fighting for for a good 30, 40 minutes. Everybody and their mama had to come up here and get them people together down the hallway. And let's not even get on California. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've been through this stuff so long and seen how spiritual warfare happens. And a big part of it is the moon cycles. a big portion of it is that they follow the moon cycles, and certain energies are potent at certain times. And then once they learn they target, they learn when your menstrual cycle is. They learn if you go into the bathroom, if you're not. They see what you eat every day. They watch you while you sleep. They got people watching you while you sleep. Understand witchcraft comes in so many forms, baby. You will learn what, like I told y'all, psychologists and the government and people like that use MK Ultra. They been using magic. That's why they certain events called like mad. This is why I checked out. I don't watch a lot of news and stuff because it is created for mass hysteria. It is created to always keep you in balance in a place of uncertainty. That's why I don't pay attention to that shit. This is why I stopped bringing my phone, because I don't want to always be attached to time. I just want to live my life. I don't always want to be connected. I don't always want to know what's going on. I'd rather just get lost in a book than to be consumed by the world. Because a lot of this shit is fugazi, especially here. And so I know I got family members that, or people that's directly connected to my family that for years have done work on me. With voodoo dolls, all that type of stuff. Like I have been through the gauntlet of spiritual warfare. Like I said, I've gone through it for years now. So I'm very well aware of what it is and what it looks like. I can tell word manipulation. I know when people start repeating what you say back to them, or they repeat the same thing over and over, or they say it 3 times. That's word magic. You gotta watch how people talk to you. You gotta watch that. See, that's the thing about me. I play dumb real well. I don't say nothing because that's how I get information. Because eventually people tell on themselves. Even with the questions that they ask, they tell on themselves. The things they say, the things they don't say. Pay attention to your body. Your body will always speak to you. Because for me, I'm a fairly healthy person. I've always taken care of myself. So I don't, like I say, I don't really do, I'm not saying I'm above being sick, but that just has not been one of my issues. So I know that when things happen, like all of a sudden I get a stuffy nose out of nowhere, I know it's work. I know that when I was at the doctor, they was trying to play those games with me. I'm like, honey, it ain't nothing wrong with me. But if we place fear in your heart and make you worry, usually those things start to develop based on your emotional body. If we can create stress and trauma within the body, diseases will form because you have dis-ease within the body. It's deeper than just the hocus pocus or voodoo dolls and shit like that. Like this is deeper than that. So I noticed when I go to class that was a big reason why they tried to, when I was sitting in the back, and then I noticed that now there's everybody can sit in the back, like they never say anything to the people in the back now. But there was a problem with me sitting there because I need you to be up front so I can do certain things. I noticed when I go to work therapy, one of the people there, the ladies that work there, like they're always calling out your name because they're always trying to poke fun because it's a humiliation ritual. When they're always talking about you and always got something to say, or they're always making slick remarks, or they're always having sidebar conversations talking shit about you, it's a humiliation ritual. That's all witchcraft. That's all witchcraft, darling. That's why I don't take anything seriously here. I just play the game. I let people think whatever they want to think. I go along with it. Hee hee ha ha. I don't say anything because I know it's a lie. I know it's a joke. Like I don't take any of you seriously. Because you can't sit here and talk shit about me and then sit up here and praise the Lord and then try to judge me at the same time because for the music I listen to or how I choose to dress or carry myself, honey, when you sitting up here doing sinister shit behind the scenes, see, I'm honest about my shit. That's the difference between me and these people. Bitch, I'm honest. I am who I am and I choose to be who I am out loud. I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid to be different. I'm not afraid to stand out. I'm not afraid to walk alone. That's the difference between me and other people. I don't have to be a part of the clique because I'm a vibe by myself. Because if I wasn't, hoes wouldn't have so much to say. If you really wasn't somebody, honey, nobody would have anything to say, I promise. And then again, maybe they would because people always got something to say. Like, they gonna find something. And I don't operate like that. So that's what I'm saying. That's how you know when you different. Like you just like, girl, like I just be sitting here eating my food. I don't even be thinking about certain shit. Like, who are you? I keep telling I'm like, man, who are you? Who are these people? And so I noticed I just be picking up shit in class. And I think that's why that man got so mad at me the other day. That's why he got so mad because he was doing work. See, something that lady told me that was in my room before she left. She said, Candice, this is a business. Okay? This is a business. And so people gonna say and do whatever they gotta say to maintain business. And there is big business in religion, in church, in nonprofits. There's big business in that. So whatever we gotta say to keep you in line, whatever we gotta do to keep these donuts coming in, like what he say? $25 million a year. Whatever we gotta do to maintain that, we gonna do whatever we gotta do. If we gotta lie a little bit, we gotta stretch the truth. Like I be hearing him say shit in class. And he'll say, it might be my mistake, but I'll blame it on you. Like he'll be saying stuff. And people will just laugh it off. Like, oh, ha, 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 ha. I'm like, did you hear what that motherfucker just said? Like that, he literally lied and said that I refused to sign in when I was there. And then I heard him say in class, he said, "Oh, I may have been wrong, but I'll just blame it on you and say it's your fault." Because you got more to lose than I do. And I'm the doctor here and I'm the teacher and it's my class. So I pretty much can get away with whatever I want to. I pretty much can treat you however I want to. That's why he went off the way he did. Why would you get up that upset? Why would you be that mad about somebody walking up, doing what you asked to do, which was turn in your work? Why would you get that mad? Like that man was fighting mad. And then tried to make a spectacle out of it. Like I said, once again, calling my name out in front of people. It didn't require that. You wanted public recognition for some shit that you did. You wanted to feel like, oh, have sympathy for me because I'm saying sorry for some shit that I did. Like, no, you told me sorry in the hallway. That was enough. I was cool. I didn't care anyway, baby. I had somewhere to be. I keep telling y'all I don't care. I keep telling y'all that shit. I don't hold on to y'all's fuck shit. That shit belong to y'all, not me. I keep telling y'all that. So it was enough when you stopped me in the hallway and said what you needed to say. That was fine. If you wanted to go to God in prayer and say whatever, you could have done that privately, but no, you had to make that shit into a spectacle and get people to clap for you and shit. That's what I'm talking about. Like, it was just unnecessary. Like, hopefully she'll forgive me. I didn't care when you did it. That's why I walked out. It ain't about forgiveness. Oh, you just having a bad day today. Oh, you feel some type of way. So I just move around. I had somewhere to be, so I left. My life ain't about your feelings. And that proved my point. That's why I ain't never vibed with him since I've been here. I always feel like something is off with that man. Like, I just don't know. It's a no for me. And it's going to continue to be a no. That's why I just sat there and was just like, that wasn't even necessary. But it's just another spectacle to just have everybody sit there. And I like, nobody cared about this shit. Nobody cared about it when it happened. You hold up class time for debates and shit. When really a lot of that shit should be discussed in like having a Bible study. Like, y'all should have Bible study and do debates. But you hold up class to prove your point because you want to be right. Like, and I'm glad that happened the way it happened, because it let me know, like, yeah, like, you something wrong. There's something ain't right. I've never really trusted people that talk in tongues. I don't know what it is about that, but I just never really, I don't like that. Don't know what it is, don't know why, I just don't like it. Just don't. I've seen it. Oh yeah. There's another lady in there, and she be going on and on and on. Like, oh my God, she be like, in God, and I just be like, girl, your spiritual path belongs to you, honey. Stop waiting for somebody to tell you who God is. Who is God to you? Stop waiting for some man to tell you what and how things should be. And you like, who is God to you? Because ultimately your service, your salvation, your faith is something that you have to do. Like, your walk, your path belongs to you. So why are you waiting for somebody else to tell you who God is? I don't need permission from nobody for them to tell me who I am, if I'm a believer or I'm not a believer. Like, I don't get into that. I don't subscribe to that at all. And I think people like to demonize people because they don't meet their expectations. But honey, you don't meet mine either. But I let you live. I let you live your life the best way you see fit. Because I think if Jesus was here, he would like, hey, you may not be a believer, but you got free will to do what you choose to do. So I'm gonna be over here, you're gonna be over there, and that's just the way it is. I don't have to make you feel bad or judge you or curse you because you choose to be different. It's a no. Like I'm no. So that's why I don't take things seriously here. Like when I see your staff members in the motherfucking cafeteria, oh, we have to pray before we eat. Do we? Do we? Like I said, this shit is a business, baby. And people gonna play the game as long as they need to play it. So they volunteers can come in and people can give gifts and hey, we're gonna stop by and drop off clothes and we're gonna do all the things. But make no mistake, man, it is a bigger front than what you realize. I think that's the biggest reason why I stopped going to church a long time ago. I think this girl, I was watching her video and she talked about how she divested in the black church because humiliation rituals are very big. They live to put people on blast. Like that's a big thing. It's like exposure, humiliation, exploitation, all of that, putting your business all out in the street. Girl, let me tell you what I heard. That's all I hear around this place. That's all. Like, let me tell you what I heard. Let me tell you what I saw. Let me tell you, girl. Let me tell you, girl. Let me tell you, girl. I saw. I heard, girl, girl. But you got the nerve to judge me. Because that's the difference between me and you. I don't claim to be a Christian. I've never been baptized before. I've never claimed to be there. Even when I came and did my intake here, I never said that. And I think you almost gotta be a spiritual person to understand the things that are happening around you. Because had I just been a Christian and just read the Bible and just said prayers, honey, I probably would be dead by now. You gotta be able to see beyond the veil, baby. Girl, it is so unfortunate. It is so unfortunate, but I'm actually excited that I am spiritually equipped to know what I need to be doing and what I don't. And I'm very glad that I separate myself from people because they will make you feel like something is wrong with you. But nigga, I know you're doing work. Like I say, you sit here and watch these people chant like all this shit. Like the other day, like niggas would sit here and wait till you sleep and then start screaming while you sleep. Like purposely doing stuff to upset you, purposely doing stuff to antagonize you. You think that ain't work? But all of a sudden, like I remember homegirl be the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning, you just start coughing out of nowhere. People just sitting up staring at you while you fucking sleep. Weird shit. But it's like, oh, is she slow? Is she special needs? No, baby, I'm just playing the game. You didn't know? I'm clocking you just like you clocking me, man. So for every attack that you seeing, I'm gonna be on my way trying to cleanse and take care of myself. I know everything that's been done. I know all the people involved. And I will say this, that these type of things are not supposed to be done to people that have not done anything to you. Okay? These are the type of things you do to like Jeffrey Epstein or Harvey Weinstein. You do these things to people that have done heinous things in society. But to do this to somebody just because you hating, just because you mad. Because I don't know you, baby. Even though you have, even if you haven't been nice to me, I don't feel the need to go and hex and curse your life. Why would I do that? Like, it's not that serious. And so that's why I don't take nothing serious here. I don't take anything seriously here. I can't, like, I'll sit there and see their smirks on their faces. I will see them do reenactments. I watch these people tell everybody where I'm going to be, when I'm going to be there. All of these people are standing there saying this, that, and the third. Like, it's sad. Like, I feel like this is what your life has been reduced to. that you gotta sit up here and try to bully and harass people. Like, damn. Is it like, but like I say, obviously there's a lot of money involved, honey. If you got all these people in position to say this and that and do all these different things, and it, baby, obviously I'm still here for a reason. Because maybe I'm here to teach you something. And that's the thing about me, like, I know how to play the long game. I told y'all that about 3-4 videos. Like, this is the long game, honey. This is the long game. And I'm going to always get what I want. It's always going to work out for me. And I'm always get my just desserts. No matter how much you mock me, no matter how much you shame me, it don't matter. I'm always get what's owed to me. Period. So you can go ahead with your scripts, your reenactments, and all the things, darling. Because I know you don't have much else. I know you don't have much else. And it's sad, honestly. Like, I couldn't imagine like being somebody that like Sylvia, tired ass. Sylvia's so damn tired with that damn mole on her, like a witch, like a motherfucking witch, that mole on her face. Like a motherfucking witch. Period. And we over there doing all that pops. And we have to and we that yak yak. You have to dispel it, and you have to, girl, don't tell me what I have to do. The only thing I have to do is stay black and die. That's it. That's the only thing I have to do. I'm not taking no advice from you. I'm not gonna take no advice from you at all. Because I can tell that your self-esteem is low. Okay, I can tell you that your self-esteem is low because people with high self-esteem don't act like that. People that really got their shit together don't act like that. I keep telling y'all, people that love themselves don't do this kind of shit. They don't. Because they understand how their behavior affects other people. But then if I say that out loud, no, I'm not. I'm not an overly nice person to people that I know don't have my best interest at heart. No, I'm not. See, that's the reverse psychology of it all. They want to mistreat you and then throw Christianity on top of it, like you need to love your neighbor as yourself. No, I don't. If that neighbor is abusive, if that neighbor is a robber or a killer, no, I'm not going to love you, darling. I'm going to keep my distance. I'm not going to pray for you. No, I'm not. I'm not. That's just the way, like, no. Because that's how people get caught up in cycles of abuse. You keep trying to make shit right with people that aren't right. You keep trying to love people that don't love themselves. No. I'm not going to be kind to you. I'm not going, no. No. It's a no. And you can call it whatever you want to call it. You get however you want to look at it. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I can go to that hill and die on it. I'm good with that. I'm okay with that. But I'm not, because I feel like sometimes giving too much is what gets people in trouble. And I feel like we learned that in Christianity, to sacrifice ourselves and give and be of service and to do all of these great things and great works for people. But then we end up empty. We end up broke or broken because we was doing the right thing. We did all the right things. We followed the rules. We stood in line. We did everything that we were supposed to do. But really, at some point, like, you gotta learn how to take care of yourself. At some point, you gotta make your own way and do for you. Your life is not about everybody else. It's not. And I think we put way too much emphasis on being too giving to everybody else when we probably have a lot of work to do on ourselves. See, I don't never hear them talk about personal development. I always hear them talk about service and giving to other people and praying for your neighbors. Always has something to do with somebody else. And then if you speak of yourself, you're selfish. No, honey, I have work to do on myself. There are things that I need to change within myself, and it's not my job to fix other people. I can't really take care of you if I have things that I have to work on within myself. But people are thinking, like, you, no, because my life isn't about you. It's not. That's just the honest to God truth. Like, it's not about you. I have to walk this path. There are certain things that I need to do. The greatest work that you will ever do is on yourself. It's not working for somebody else. It's not working as an entrepreneur. No, it is your personal development and working on yourself. It has nothing to do with anybody else, because when you stand before God, as they say, and he judges you for your works and your actions and the things that you have done, it has nothing to do with anybody else. So I am not in a space or a position to just give my love away freely. I'm not going to be overly friendly. I'm not going out of my way. No. Because I am in a place in my life where if you don't have purpose, you can't be in my life. Like, if you don't have a purpose here, like, I'm not willing to just be friends with anybody just to say we friends. I'm not willing to just sit around and talk to people about my personal business that I don't know just to have something to say. Like, no. Like, because if I'm sharing with you, I need to have a different type of commitment. Like, I take the word friend very seriously. Like, it's not just like, oh, like we friends. Like, no, girl. Like, that's no. You just passing through. Okay. You just no, ma'am. We're not friends. Because people don't have the same loyalty, man. And I'm not willing to give of myself in a way that people are not willing to give me the same. If you're not willing to give reciprocity, if you're not willing to give an even exchange, even give and take, I'm not doing it at all. If I see that we don't vibe and that, like, hey, you want some other stuff, it don't make you a bad person. It just means we different. That's it. It don't make you bad or worse or none of that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm actually pretty cool. Like, I don't like how Christian folks view people versus, like, I believe in letting people live their life. Be who you are. Serve who you want to serve. Be who you are. Whatever you want to do it. As long as you ain't hurting yourself or nobody. And as long as you can deal with it at the end of the day, you can sleep well and look at yourself in the mirror. That's all like, can you do that? Are your hands clean? Your salvation ain't none of my business. I don't know, like,
I have 3 ladies in here. Good night.
So, with that being said, just watch your surroundings, man. Watch what people say. And even if you don't have nothing to worry about the people around you, watch the news. Watch the media. You think they don't use manipulation tactics when you look at politicians and the things that they say? Just listen. Watch. It's not hard to see. I don't really take it personal because it's just like, okay, that's you. It's not me, But I always have to let it be known that I know. And I think that's the greatest way to confront your enemy, is let them know, like, hey, I know what you're doing. I know what you're trying to do. And what they say, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I mean, they may form, but they won't prosper. And clearly they haven't, because I'm still here. So I think that's why I was going through what I was going through yesterday, because people was looking forward to certain things, but they didn't happen. So there's more to see. Stay tuned to the Truman Show.